So over the past few hours, I've been getting bombarded with multiple comments and questions and emails from people asking about the very same story. Now, you may have already seen this story because it's been all over the news. It's been Reuters has an article on it. Yahoo Finance has an article on it. The Financial Times has an article on it. And again, I'm getting comments over the past few hours about this exact story. Now, I want to address what this story is and how this is going to impact us. Now, what I'm referring to is the fact that the U.S. Treasury is asking major banks if they should buy back bonds. Okay. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would they buy back bonds? Isn't that pretty much against what they were planning on doing anyway? The answer is yes. Now, they're taking it a step further, okay? Now, here's what's happening. Right now, not only is the U.S. Treasury asking major banks if they should buy back bonds, they're also asking them for specifics as to how buybacks could actually work. That is very concerning. Not because they're going to get an answer from a bank, but it's concerning because why is the Treasury doing this? Now, according to the Treasury, they say they're doing this in order to better assess the merits and limitations of implementing a buyback program. Now, the reason for this is because the Treasury is looking for ways to improve liquidity in the $24 trillion bond market. That's what their goal is. That's what they're saying. But again, can we trust what they have been saying? No, because we've been lied to multiple times before. So they're saying they're trying to improve liquidity. Now, is that actually what they're trying to do? Or do they see the writing on the wall that everybody else sees and we know that our banking system is in trouble? Now, I just want to throw this out there because I've seen a handful of articles, seen a few different videos where people are saying that this is something the Treasury's never done. The Treasury does not ask for any input, and that's wrong. The Treasury normally does ask questions as part of their regular survey of dealers, and they do this. But what I think is interesting, though, here is the timing of this. I think the timing of this and the questioning is what has many on high alert. Now, right now, liquidity is a major problem due to the volatility of the markets. And it's not just here in the US, it's over in Europe as well. That was a huge issue today. And mainly due to the fact that the Federal Reserve keeps raising rates in order to bring down inflation. The problem is they raise rates, they raise rates 75 basis points, inflation drops 1%. So if we need to get it from 8.2% all the way down to 2%, how high do they need to raise interest rates? That's a big question. And that's something that somebody brought up today is, why is there issues on the bond markets over in Europe? Well, why wouldn't there be issues? Because why would you want to go invest in a bond in Europe? Why would you want to go do that when you can invest in a bond in the United States? You get more, right? It's a better guarantee. So people are flipping from those over to US bonds. That's one of the reasons why. Now, during the 2020 meltdown across the United States, or actually across the world, we saw that there was an immense amount of stimulus that was sent our way, right? For the economy, for the people, and it came through the Federal Reserve purchasing government bonds, right? And it helped stimulate the economy quite a bit. It really helped, create some stability. Now, over the past 5 or 6 months, the Federal Reserve has decided that they want to reduce its balance sheet. Now, we have seen a lot of problems arise because of this. And investors and banks are now saying that this move is causing even greater negative price swings. That's one of the reasons why they want to provide, more liquidity. They want, or at least improve liquidity. Now, the crazy part here, though, is that the U.S. Treasury is asking about possibly buying back bonds. which goes against their plan of letting the bonds mature without buying more. Now, I've said this multiple times over the past few weeks, and I'm standing by my statement, and that is that banks are going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. I've talked about this in the past, how we are seeing banks give you less money when you go to the bank. You know how most banks, they had a limit of you can only get $5,000 out per day, and then it went to only $5,000 out per week. And I know I saw a comment the other day, you must be really poor or whatever if you can only pull out $10,000 in a week or whatever. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter how much money you have, but when we are seeing the writing on the wall that banks are not giving us the money that we ask for, it's because they don't have it, right? Big issues here. Now, even JP Morgan Chase's CEO, Jamie Dimon, he said, and I quote, "My experience in life has been when you have things that, like what we're going through today, there are going to be other surprises." And he also said that while the U.S. banking system was extraordinarily strong, and a lot of this was due to the post-2008 financial crisis reforms, he says the markets will continue to be volatile so long as the Fed is boosting rates and shrinking its massive balance sheet. And so if we want to improve volatility, the Fed cannot be boosting rates. They cannot be shrinking their balance sheet. They have to hold on to some of these bonds. So what he means is actually pretty simple, right? Here's what he's pretty much saying. The things that are happening today that we can see, there's going to be even bigger problems that will arise because of the things that nobody expects. This is exactly what happened back in 2008 for the great financial crisis, is nobody really expected what happened with Lehman Brothers, right? Nobody expected the entire housing market to crash, crumble, right? Nobody expected foreclosures to skyrocket. Nobody expected people to just walk away from their homes, leave everything behind, and just go. We saw cities almost collapse because of this. So, one thing I can tell you, this could potentially be the end of the banking system as we know it. Do I think your bank is going to just completely go under? You're going to lose all your money and you're going to be screwed? Absolutely not. I don't think that's going to happen. But do I think banking is going to change? Yeah. Nobody knows what to expect. But what I can tell you is expect something different in the next 1 to 2 years, because that's exactly what we're going to see. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Consider subscribing if you enjoy daily uploads, and I'll see you guys on the next one.